All right, so we are at Stonykill Disc Golf Course in Chatham, New York. This is going to be the back nine, so if you haven't watched the front, go back, watch that, and pick this video up when you are done. If you have, thank you. I'm currently sitting at even through the front nine, so let's see what we can do on the back. Hole number 10 is a 633 foot par 4 that plays out into the field and then up into that opening and up the hill. I definitely pushed my drive further to the left than I really wanted to. So I'm going to try to take the Raptor and just push it as far as I can. Needed to be just inside that tree. So I got a really bad kick off of that tree. I'm over here. You can just see the yellow of the top of the basket in the top right of the screen. I'm just going to take the zone and try and anti-flick it up there. Try and get it somewhat close. Get down. I think I honestly need to throw something a little less stable there. That's probably going to have worked its way down the hill somewhat to the right of the basket. So it did not end up as far down as I thought it did. However, there's really no look at the basket through this tree in front of me. So I'm going to have to just step out and throw it on some anhyzer and hope I avoid the tree. Yeah, realistically that was the best shot I had to not only get it close but also potentially put it in. So not the best taking the bogey after the lengthy drive I had there, but I did end up a little bit further up the hill, pinched off than I really wanted to be. Hole 11 is a 345 foot par 3 that plays down the fairway, through the trees, across a stream, and a little bit to the left. I think I might be down in that little stream area. I'm not very sure on it. I'll have to see how it ended up when I got up there. Didn't seem like too bad of a drive, maybe a little bit to the left, but I'll have to see what we have. So I did end up just on the other side. The little creek is right there. Basket is still straight ahead right there. Kind of no real good look at it. So I'm just going to go overhand through the trees and hopefully it sticks close. It hit about where I thought it would, but it did not just fall over like the soft zone usually does. Kind of took a bounce and a little bit of a roll. Looks to be maybe a circle's edge putt for par. So this is what I have left myself with. This tree is slightly in the way. Could drop down to take a knee. I think I'm just going to go for it. Way to save par there. I really needed that because that was one of the better drives I've had on this hole. Hole 12 is a 315 foot par 3 that plays down this hill and to the left. There is casual water on both the right and the left. and it does drop off pretty decently after the basket. So if you go long, you can go very long. I turned that wasp over a decent amount. It was just starting to fade out at the end, but it caught a tree, probably down in some of the water on the right. Like I suspected, I'm kind of just in the little creek bed area. Basket is still up there. I'm just gonna take the soft zone and try to approach something close and not go flying past the basket. That's gonna be way too much. Yeah, that was really bad. So I went much longer and faded out a lot more than I really needed to on that. I put myself right here. I'm just gonna have to try and take my medicine and put this one close. So I'll take that for the unfortunate tap-in bogey. But I really didn't want to get any dumber than I needed to on that. So I'll take the bogey and move along. Hole 13 is a 328 foot par 3 that's as clear cut as it gets. Plays to the basket on the hill, straight out in front of you. There's some deer running across the field up by the basket of hole 18. I don't know if you could see them from here. You're a freaking raptor. Holy crap. That just never came back. That was the most un-raptor-like flight. So I just ended up well off deep into the stuff down here, so I'm just gonna have to try and throw something out. Oh, way over there. So I got it out really far, actually. Much better than I thought I would have. So I gave myself much longer of a putt for par than I would have really hoped for. But after that drive, even having a chance to save par is really good. It's another bogey, but from the drive, that's honestly probably pretty close to what I thought was the best case scenario. That might have been outside circle, so I could have stepped, but oh well. Hole 14 is a 356 foot par 3 that plays up the hill and to that basket right there. Just did not turn. That's going to be deep in the tall grass. Oof. Oh, too much. Not really sure where that came down. Should be somewhere right in here, I would have thought. It's right here. This is a fun putt. Definitely did not deserve a par save there, but that was awesome. Hole 15 is a 417 foot par 3 that plays downhill to the basket at the top center of the screen. There is an OB swamp to the left. not the line I wanted. Thankfully it was low enough that it hit the ground and kind of just died before it made it to the OB swamp. Here's where my drive ended up, which is really good. There is OB. Should be a putt for par. Able to clean that up and save par. Hole 16 is a 315 foot par 3 that plays straight ahead, and cannot really see the basket, but it is in the trees above the leaves, center screen to the left. That could be close enough for a putt. I'm not sure if it's too short though. Well, I would say I definitely have a putt, because we're pretty much parked. Definitely the best drive I've ever had on that hole. Hole 17 is a 275 foot par 3 that plays across the little pond swamp area and up the hill. All right, so I have pulled the string out and it ends just shy of my disc. So I am just in circle 2. Definite roll away potential on a miss here. So let's just try not to miss. Well, it missed. Thankfully it sat. Will be a tap in par. Definitely could be much worse running a putt like that on this hill. And the tap in for par. All right, so hole 18 is a 420 foot par 4 that plays straight ahead to a landing zone at about the end of this straight, then turns 90 degrees and goes up the hill. On your way up the hill, there is a OB swampy area to the right. Oh, you couldn't get around that little skinny guy. Kind of have myself in a little bit of a predicament here with the OB there, but there are also a lot of trees to even get there. I'm just going to take the zone and try and forehand something through as many of these trees as I can. That was probably the best I could have asked for, to be completely honest, from where I was. Definitely the lower probability shot here to go through this gap, but I also don't want to really hit something and go OB there, so I'm going to give this a go and hopefully put it right there. I turned that over terribly. Caught a tree and took a kick towards the OB. I do believe it's safe, but that was a real bad execution on that shot. Yeah, so I ended up being just barely in bounds. There is a little bit of a gap here, to make this putt, but it's definitely not going to be the easiest. And I do kind of have to straddle out so that I don't end up stepping OB. Just caught enough of the leaf here to drop it down. Definitely unfortunate to end with another bogey. But realistically, after that approach shot, I didn't deserve the par anyway. All right, so that is the end of my round here at Stonykill. I ended up shooting a +3. Definitely not happy about it. There are some real early mistakes on the front that I could have cleaned up, and definitely many mistakes on the back. So in the end, definitely could have been worse, but I also believe it should have been much better. So thank you for watching, and keep on the lookout for more videos. Thank you.